By now, you've probably heard how people mention that Bitcoin and Bitconnect seem to move very similarly, especially when they were right very close to each other on the front page of the CoinMarketCap. You could see that their movement was very, like, almost a mirror. And while people said that they didn't, I don't feel like anyone's ever actually explained why that's the case. This is a 3-month Bitcoin chart. This is a 3-month Bitconnect chart, and they are pretty similar. They both have the same type of movement. If you look at one compared to the other, except for this spot right here, if we look at the Bitcoin price of Bitconnect here, this is right around that time where the site went down. They were allegedly hacked. More than likely, that's what happened. I don't think this benefited them in any way to say this happened and continue. So more than likely, whatever they said happened at that point was probably actually true, I would imagine. Now, the reason that the USD charts look so similar, it's actually very simple. Bitcoin is priced in dollars. Every other cryptocurrency is priced in Bitcoin. And the way you get a coin's value is by multiplying its Bitcoin value by the value of Bitcoin in terms of dollars, and that's how you get the value of a coin. But every coin is connected to Bitcoin from that perspective. So how does that allow Bitconnect to move directly with Bitcoin? Well, it's very simple. If you look at this chart for the last 3 months, and we don't look at this because this was obviously an anomaly of the situation, you don't really have very much, what's a good word, volatility. Okay, so for a company that depends on volatility to make money, their coin itself has almost none. If you look here, this is one of the bigger drops. This is 0.0285. It drops down here to 0.0258. That's maybe 10%, maybe a 10% drop. But within 2 days, it's right back on that constant line of very low volatility along this line. If you were to look at it, the same thing happens here. It goes from a low of 32 to a high of about 34, not even a 10% gain again, and then it comes back down. Around here you have that Bitcoin gold moment where that happened, I believe, on the 20-something of October, and then it goes again from 35 down to 30. What's the low point here? 33. Again, that's not even a 10% drop, and then it goes right back on this line. So what does this mean? Well, if the value of Bitconnect in terms of dollars, let me rephrase, sorry. If the value of Bitconnect doesn't move in terms of Bitcoin, then, or doesn't move very much, then its value is basically going to be mostly derived from the value of Bitcoin with a little bit of movement, a little higher. That's why the charts look a little bit more stretched out in some areas and then a little flatter in others. But for the most part, you can see that the price is so stable that the only thing that causes its actual movement is the movement of Bitcoin, because this coin doesn't move other than a couple of spots, like one, maybe two. Now recently it's had a, like you can see this huge dip here. It's gone from 0.38 to 0.36. What is that, like 5%? It's not even that huge of a drop, but as you go across, it's very stable. So the stability of this coin causes for its entire value in terms of dollars to be to be represented by the movement of Bitcoin's dollar movement, right? So I mean, the easiest way to explain it is, imagine a coin that was worth half a Bitcoin, and it's always worth half a Bitcoin. It hasn't moved. It's been worth half a Bitcoin for 2 weeks. Well, when Bitcoin's at 7,000, that coin's going to be at 3,500. If Bitcoin moves to 8,000, that coin's going to be at 4,000. It's going to completely mirror Bitcoin, right, in its movements, because all that's going to matter for that coin is the movement of the Bitcoin price, because its actual Bitcoin price doesn't move. So I don't know. I don't know. I thought that was pretty much it's like self-explanatory. Now, why this coin moves like this, which no other coin does on the entire of the 1,200 cryptocurrencies, there is not another one that has this kind of movement for the past 3 months, which of course then goes to whether or not the exchange is being manipulated or whatever, but that's not what this is supposed to be about. This is just to show you why why they look the same. That part of it isn't really anything sketchy or scammy or anything. It's just that their coin has such low volatility that the value of their coin, the majority of its movement in terms of dollars, is Bitcoin's movement on a daily basis, is what gives the majority of the Bitconnect movement its movement. I hope that made sense. Yeah, all right.